True wealth starts when you make it a habit to save a portion of your earnings for yourself. Without this foundational step, any increase in income merely leads to higher expenses, producing no lasting wealth. The shift occurs when you view saving as a non-negotiable requirement, not just what's left after expenses. This single principle establishes a surplus that you can manage, safeguard, and grow over time. The strategy is straightforward. Set aside at least 10% and consider it an untouchable principle. This approach transforms your financial situation from reactive to proactive, as a surplus opens up genuine choices. Following this rule also boosts your confidence, as you can see the tangible progress in your increasing savings. The next steps involve setting spending limits, making wise financial decisions, and protecting against losses. You will gain insights on saving, managing your spending, and planning for the future, inspired by the lessons from The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason, which is a must-read. Subscribe to access more clear strategies that help you turn your everyday income into lasting savings and informed decision-making. Maintaining a consistent percentage of your earnings ensures your future priorities take precedence over immediate gratification. This strategy involves paying yourself first, which means the saved portion isn't subject to negotiation with new expenditures. Once you've set aside that savings, it transforms into capital that can be invested in opportunities that generate additional income. Without this capital, the lure of debt increases, making financial progress slow and full of uncertainty. By prioritizing savings, you limit spending to what's left, naturally reducing wasteful habits. If saving is postponed until the end of the month, small indulgences can easily consume your budget and leave no surplus. This method cultivates wealth as a consistent practice, rather than a one-time event, leading to sustainable results through repetition. It also establishes a financial cushion that alleviates anxiety, as available cash diminishes the power of debt. The overall goal is to foster financial independence through gradual accumulation before pursuing more complex strategies or societal status. Choose a straightforward percentage to save, set it aside immediately, and track it as protected principal each month. Saving first is effective only when your spending aligns with a predetermined limit that reflects your income. The key is managing your expenses, ensuring that essentials are prioritized while desires are evaluated. A budget acts as a guide, outlining how to allocate your resources effectively. It's essential to distinguish between necessary expenses and personal wants, as unchallenged desires tend to grow. If every want is treated as essential, you'll quickly deplete your savings and find yourself back at square one. By consciously choosing your desires, you can use the same income to support both your immediate comfort and future security. This approach eliminates guilt as your spending is driven by a thoughtful plan rather than impulse. Managing your expenditures allows you to allocate funds for repayment, saving, and investing without waiting for a salary increase. The overarching principle is simplicity. Maintain fewer categories, set clear limits, and engage in regular reviews. List your essential fixed expenses, establish a cap for discretionary spending, and keep the remainder for building your financial future. Saving builds capital, but wealth expands rapidly when that capital generates earnings while you are both awake and asleep. The key is to put your saved gold to work in productive ways that yield more gold over time. This takes patience, as small initial investments can grow significantly through consistent earnings and reinvestment. Opportunities become valuable only when you have saved capital on hand and are able to recognize its potential. If capital remains idle, it may be safe, but it also remains stagnant, failing to contribute to your financial freedom. When your capital is engaged in sound investments, it can produce a consistent stream of income that supports your future ambitions. Growth also requires ongoing contributions because fresh savings fuel the compounding effect. A smart strategy is to reinvest your gains, as each profit increases the base amount generating additional earnings. Focus primarily on building income-generating assets rather than pursuing flashy purchases that may seem appealing. Subscribe to continue learning practical strategies that safeguard your savings, preparing you before you seek higher returns. Protecting your wealth is just as crucial as earning and saving it, especially when you consider the risks that can lead to loss. You safeguard your assets from potential loss by making informed choices and steering clear of unreliable promises. Be cautious, as money invested in unproven schemes can disappear more quickly than it was earned. It's essential to seek advice from experts in the relevant field and disregard the opinions of those who are merely speculating. A significant warning is to avoid investing in ventures you don't fully understand, as ignorance can obscure the real dangers. Another concern is the temptation to pursue unrealistic returns, since greed can lead to scams and poor decisions. Keep your principal in investments that can be monitored and understood, allowing you to assess performance calmly. This strategy prioritizes reliable returns over flashy promises, as protecting your base capital is vital for future growth. The key takeaway is straightforward. Your hard-earned savings must be shielded through careful, informed decisions at every turn. Before committing to any investment, outline the risks, ensure you grasp them fully, and establish a realistic plan for returns. Long-term financial security requires careful planning that extends beyond your working years, as earning potential fluctuates while expenses persist. This approach involves preparing ahead for retirement by developing income streams that continue without relying on daily labour. Additionally, it's essential to turn your home into a valuable investment, ensuring that housing costs do not deplete your future resources. Owning your residence can help reduce ongoing expenses and provide stability during uncertain work situations. Your planning must also consider your family's needs, so obligations won't become a burden when income decreases. Future income tends to increase more rapidly when your skills and judgment improve, making it easier to save with higher earnings. The key is to enhance your earning potential through continuous learning, practice, and by seeking smarter work strategies. Developing skills also sharpens your investment decisions, as greater knowledge minimizes costly mistakes over time. This connection underscores the relationship between effort and intelligence, as the best outcomes often result from smarter choices rather than just harder work. Choose one skill to focus on this season and link it with a strategy for your housing and future income. Prosperity is built on simple, consistent rules rather than infrequent clever strategies or ideal timing. Saving a portion of each income and managing expenses lays the groundwork for every future financial decision. Growing your savings creates momentum, while protecting those savings from loss ensures that momentum continues through life's challenges. Establishing reliable future income and enhancing your earning potential transforms your financial strategy into a long-lasting plan. These processes compound over time, as each month of disciplined saving broadens your options and alleviates decision-making stress. Ultimately, this effort leads to greater freedom in choosing how to work, give, and rest, without the constant worry about money. Start with one clear rule today, and let additional rules emerge once the first one becomes a habit. Regularly review your financial plan, adjust your expenses as needed, and safeguard your principal as your knowledge deepens. When decisions follow these guidelines, wealth becomes a natural outcome of solid character and structured choices. Subscribe to our insights and revisit these principles frequently, as repetition transforms good intentions into lasting behaviours over time.